This is the Investment Venturer, and welcome to the Investor Next Door podcast. Today we'll be doing a business breakdown of Fortis Inc. I should let you guys know that anything said on this podcast should be used for information and entertainment purposes only. This is not investment advice, and I do not recommend diving into any project or trying any strategy without doing your own research first. Fortis Inc., traded on both the Toronto Stock Exchange TSX and the New York Stock Exchange NYSE under the ticker symbol FTS, is a leading North American utility holding company headquartered in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Established in 1987, Fortis has grown through strategic acquisitions and organic development to become one of the largest investor-owned regulated electric and gas utilities in North America. Fortis operates a diversified portfolio of regulated utility businesses, serving approximately 3.5 million customers across Canada, the United States, and the Caribbean. The company's operations are primarily focused on electric and gas transmission and distribution, with 93% of its assets dedicated to these regulated services. Core business segments. Regulated electric utilities. This is Fortis's largest segment. These utilities generate, transmit, and distribute electricity to customers. The revenues are primarily regulated, which means prices are set or approved by government agencies, providing stable and predictable cash flows. Key regulated electric operations include ITC Holdings. ITC Holdings is the largest independent electricity transmission company in the United States, headquartered in Novi, Michigan. As a wholly owned subsidiary of Fortis Incorporated, ITC operates high-voltage transmission systems across several U.S. states, including Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Minnesota, Missouri, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin. The company is regulated by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, FERC, and is known for its focus on modernizing the U.S. electrical grid to improve reliability and reduce energy costs for consumers. In 2016, Fortis acquired ITC Holdings for approximately $11.3 billion, marking a significant expansion of Fortis's operations into the U.S. transmission sector. ITC owns and operates about 15,600 miles of transmission lines and serves a combined peak load exceeding 26,000 megawatts. Its service territory spans several states, including Michigan, Iowa, Minnesota, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Wisconsin. UNS Energy. UNS Energy is a regulated utility holding company based in Tucson, Arizona, and a wholly owned subsidiary of Fortis Inc. It serves approximately 657,000 customers through its two primary subsidiaries. Tucson Electric Power, TEP, provides electricity to over 447,000 customers in and around Tucson. Unisource Energy Services, UES, delivers natural gas and electricity to about 272,000 customers in northern and southern Arizona. UNS Energy's service area encompasses a diverse range of communities, including urban, suburban, and rural areas, primarily in southern and central Arizona. Fortis acquired UNS Energy in August 2014 for approximately $4.5 billion, including the assumption of about $2 billion in debt. The acquisition was approved by the Arizona Corporation Commission and UNS Energy shareholders, with 97% voting in favor. As part of the deal, Fortis committed to investing $220 million into UNS Energy subsidiaries and providing $30 million in bill credits to Arizona customers over 5 years and rural areas, primarily in southern and central Arizona. Following the acquisition, UNS Energy continues to operate as a standalone entity within the Fortis Group, maintaining its headquarters and local management in Tucson. This structure allows UNS Energy to retain its regional focus while benefiting from Fortis's financial strength and operational expertise. Fortis Alberta distributes electricity to 60% of Alberta's population but does not generate or sell electricity. Newfoundland Power provides electricity services in Newfoundland. Maritime Electric, PEI, and Fortis Ontario electric utilities in their respective provinces. Caribbean Utilities, Cayman Islands, and Fortis TCI, Turks and Caicos, serve island customers with electricity generation and distribution. Regulated gas utilities. Fortis also owns significant natural gas distribution operations, mainly through Fortis BC Energy, the largest distributor of natural gas in British Columbia, Canada. It also supplies electricity in some areas through Fortis BC Electric. Regulated nature of the business. About 93% of Fortis's total assets are regulated, meaning they are operated under strict government oversight. This regulation ensures that the company can earn a reasonable return on its investments via regulated rates. Utility customers are protected from uncompetitive pricing. Capital expenditures, such as investments in infrastructure and grid modernization, are often recoverable through rates. This regulated model makes Fortis's earnings and cash flows relatively stable and predictable, which is especially attractive for long-term, income-oriented investors. Let's talk a bit about why Fortis is regulated. Fortis is regulated because it operates in the electric and natural gas utility industry, which is considered a natural monopoly and a critical public service. Regulation is essential in this sector for several reasons. Utilities are natural monopolies. A natural monopoly occurs when a single company can supply a service more efficiently than multiple competing ones, typically due to high infrastructure costs. Example, it doesn't make sense to have multiple companies building separate power lines or gas pipelines to the same neighborhood. It's too expensive and inefficient. Since it's impractical to have competitors, regulation protects customers from monopolistic pricing and ensures fair access. Regulators set fair prices. Because utilities like Fortis face little or no competition, government regulators, such as the Alberta Utilities Commission or U.S. state public utility commissions, set or approve rates that allow Fortis to recover its costs, like maintaining power lines, buying fuel, paying workers, provide a reasonable return on investment so investors continue funding utility infrastructure, protect consumers from unjustified price increases. Regulation enables capital recovery. Fortis invests billions in infrastructure such as upgrading the electric grid, building clean energy facilities, expanding natural gas systems. Regulation allows Fortis to recover capital expenditures through customer rates over time, earn a return on those investments, typically a regulated rate of return, often 8 to 10%. Without regulation, private capital might be unwilling to fund such massive long-term projects due to uncertain payback. Predictability for investors. Because Fortis is regulated, its cash flows are stable and predictable based on approved rates. Investors are attracted to its low-risk dividend-paying profile. This allows Fortis to maintain a strong credit rating and borrow at low interest rates. 5. Public oversight and accountability. Regulation also ensures utilities meet safety and reliability standards, follow environmental regulations, offer customer service protections, act transparently through public filings and rate cases. Moving on to geographic diversification. Fortis's operations are geographically diverse, reducing reliance on a single market and spreading regulatory and weather-related risks. Canada, approximately 36% of assets. U.S., approximately 60% of assets. Caribbean, approximately 4% of assets. This diversification helps balance regional economic conditions and regulatory environments. Customer base and services. Electricity customers, over 2.1 million. Gas customers, over 1.4 million. Total, serving 3.5 million customers. Services provided include electricity transmission. Electricity transmission is the process of moving high-voltage electricity over long distances from power generation sources, like power plants or renewable energy facilities, to local distribution networks, which then deliver it to homes, businesses, and other end users. Here's a simple breakdown. Generation. Electricity is first produced at a power plant, for example, hydro, coal, natural gas, nuclear, wind, or solar. Transmission. From the power plant, electricity enters the transmission system, which uses high-voltage power lines, often 115,000 to 765,000 volts, transmission towers and substations to move electricity over long distances, electricity distribution. Once the electricity reaches a local area, a substation steps down the voltage to safer, lower levels for delivery to homes and businesses through distribution lines. Natural gas distribution, energy efficiency, and customer engagement programs. Some renewable energy generation, mainly hydroelectricity or hydropower, is electricity generated by harnessing the energy of moving water, typically from rivers, waterfalls, or dams. Water source. A river or dam stores water in a reservoir. Release of water. Water is released from the reservoir and flows through penstocks, large pipes. Turbine activation. The flowing water spins a turbine, which is connected to a generator. Power generation. The turbine turns the generator, converting mechanical energy into electrical energy. Transmission. The electricity is then sent to homes and businesses through the power grid. Financial highlights. Total assets, approximately 75 billion Canadian dollars as of March 31st, 2025. 2024 revenue, 11.51 billion Canadian dollars, with a net income of 1.61 billion Canadian dollars. Employees, around 9,800 across all operations. Fortis has a strong track record of delivering shareholder value, with a 10-year average annual total shareholder return of 9.5%. Revenue by region. United States, approximately 51.1%. Canada, approximately 34.7%. Caribbean, approximately 4.1%. Unallocated, approximately 6.1%. Other adjustments, approximately 4%. Unallocated includes corporate-level revenue and elimination. Sustainability and growth. Fortis is committed to a cleaner energy future, focusing on renewable energy, investing in hydroelectric, wind, and solar power generation. Infrastructure modernization, upgrading transmission and distribution systems to enhance reliability and integrate renewable sources. Customer engagement, implementing programs to help customers reduce energy consumption and carbon footprints. The company's strategic initiatives aim to balance environmental responsibility with reliable service and financial performance. Fortis offers a stable investment opportunity characterized by regulated revenue streams, providing predictable cash flows. Dividend growth, a history of consistent dividend increases supported by strong earnings. Geographic diversification, operations across multiple jurisdictions mitigate regional risks. Thank you for listening to my podcast. Be sure to subscribe to the Investor Next Door podcast on your favorite podcast listener. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe for future episodes. Follow me on social media to stay updated. Twitter X @InvestNDPod. Instagram @InvestNDPod. Share this episode with your friends if you've learned something valuable from this podcast, and I'll see you guys next time.